Boom shakalaka, what is going on, everybody? Randall here from Crypto Love, and happy Friday, everybody. The weekend is almost upon us. Now, today, I am going to prove without a doubt, or not, but I'm going to talk about why we have found the Bitcoin bottom. Actually, some proof using both technical analysis and also massive, like Columbo-style detective work done by me. Columbo with a beard, no raincoat. But just one more thing, if you know what I'm talking about. Now, we will get into all of that stuff, plus some news for today, right after a message from our sponsor. That's right, guys. The Monarch wallet holds over 1,900 cryptocurrencies, includes Bitcoin fiat pairs. You can buy and sell Bitcoin on there. You can lend, you can get interest, all types of stuff. Whole bunch of cryptocurrencies. You can download that on the App Store, the Android Store, or website monarchtoken.io. Now, what's going on CoinMarketCap today? I'll tell you what, it's up $2 billion today. The total market cap at 136 billion. Bitcoin dominance falling from 51 point something percent to 50.8%. So Bitcoin dominance dropping a little bit as people are searching for altcoins and wanting to make money with altcoins. Now, Bitcoin right now at 39.49, Ethereum at 136, XRP at 31 cents. The top gainers for today, Crypto.com chain, formerly Monaco, up another 75%. That is after it already went up 136% a couple days ago. Holy shit. Also, Digitex futures up. If you want to find out more about that, I did an interview with the CEO a few days ago. Could potentially be some pretty big competition for BitMEX. And then there's also Crypto.com, which is the old chain. Go figure. Crypto.com and Crypto.com chain, both in the top gainers. Now, the top losers for today, Electroneum, Ravane, Wanchain. Now, based on the thumbnail that I put up there, this was a chart done by Magic Poop Cannon, awesome name, one of the top posters on TradingView. He talks about how potentially, based on fractals, based on basically something from the past repeating itself, we could be seeing the bottom or close to the bottom of Bitcoin. Now, on the right here, that is the charts from 2014, 2015, the bottom of the bear market there. On the left, that's today's charts. So basically, as you can see, all the lines that he drew are very similar. In both charts, there's a descending channel. So basically, back in 2014, 2015, there was this descending channel, these blue lines that Bitcoin was going down until it reached the 200 weekly moving average and bounced off of it. Same thing we're seeing going on right now. I talked about the 200 weekly moving average, something that Bitcoin has never broken through. So that is very strong support for Bitcoin. Shortly after that, Bitcoin forms a little triangle, this black triangle, and within that black triangle, there's a head and shoulders in red. We're seeing that both in 2014, 2015, and now. And then what comes up next? A breach of the triangle. So hitting off the bottom of the triangle, as we've seen just happen recently, hitting off the bottom of the triangle, 2 pumps until a sharp pullback at the 50 EMA. All right, we see that in both charts. And then what happens is we see it retreating to the 61.8 Fibonacci level. Now, this has happened bottom of the bear market in 2014, 2015. It's happening again now. If we have a pullback to around the 3,500 area, which would actually, if you can see this green line here, this would be the area where, roughly where we'll find support again at the 200 weekly moving average. That's potentially what could be going on where we may find the bottom. Now, are we at the bottom right now? No, I'm not saying that. There's a lot of evidence. I'll go into some more as to why the price may drop a little bit. But dropping through that, especially dropping through that 200 weekly moving average, that would be a first. Definitely, never done before. Now, Magic Poop Cannon goes on to talk about some predictions. He says he was labeled as a perma-bear by so many bulls because he was calling $3,000 back when it was above $10,000. However, he's saying he's more bullish on Bitcoin right now than he's ever been on any other market in his 11 years as an analyst. In his view, the market is likely to rally around $150,000 by August of 2023. So that's pretty cool. Price of Bitcoin is going up. Now, as I said previously, there are a couple indicators as to why the price may come down. First could be, Elliott waves. We're in a wave 4 right now, waiting for wave 5 to come back down. Also, if we take a look at this last price rally right before November, going sideways until potentially price goes down. Every one of these arrows is at a low in the Bitcoin USD shorts, generally followed by a drop in price. And so we have another one potentially coming up now. However, we have the Bitcoin halving, a year before the Bitcoin halving happening right here at this Bitcoin mark, potentially reason for the price to go up. And this bottom yellow line here, that is the 200 weekly moving average. It's going to be very, very hard for Bitcoin to break below that. If it does, that would be very, very bad news. Now, on to some news articles. This is one of the reasons why I think potentially we are at the bottom. Not exactly the bottomest bottom. I mean, it may go down to 3,500, but we're right freaking there. This is why, okay? CBOE will not list Bitcoin futures in March. Cites needs to assess crypto derivatives. That's right. The CFE is not adding CBOE XBT futures contracts for trading in March. CFE is assessing its approach with respect to how it plans to continue to offer digital asset derivatives for trading. While it considers its next steps, CFE does not currently intend to list additional XBT futures contracts for trading. Now, some of you who have been around a while might be saying, whoa, that's right. Because guess when they started trading these futures? Actually, the day that Bitcoin reached its highest price, back in December, January 2017, 2018, right there. I think it was January something. I forget the exact date, or December 21st. That could have been it. December 21st, 2017. That was probably the date when they listed their first futures contracts. Now they're delisting them. So list futures contracts, price plummets. Delist futures contracts, price goes up. That to me, that's my Columbo detective work. That's but let me ask you just one more thing. Yeah, anyways. So that to me says a lot more than anything else here as to price potentially going up. And further on in the article, it talks about earlier this week, a report from Bloomberg stated the Bitcoin price could be headed for another large sell-off. Analysts say that key technical indicators such as moving average convergence divergence have been moving downward since February. He says the entire industry is ripe to resume a path to lower prices. Conditions are akin to November 2018. Sure, it's very akin to November 2018 where we saw a sideways market for a long time. But if we take a look back at November 2018, we were not approaching the 200 weekly moving average. No, we were way above it. We dropped down to the 200 weekly moving average, found support there. Now we are approaching the 200 weekly moving average. And also, furthermore, more of this Columbo detective work. Get this. Bloomberg, big article saying that, prices are heading down. Now, when do they say, it's a good time to buy Bitcoin? They say at the very freaking top. Same thing with CNBC saying at the very top. In fact, if you guys remember, Jacob Canfield published this thing that counter trading, CNBC, and probably other large publications like this is a great way to do well in terms of prices. So if Bloomberg's saying the price is going down, there's a good potential, I would bet, that prices are probably going up. Now, Crypto.com chain, we talked about this. Price went up 1,000% in the past 2 weeks. In case you wanted to see that, I didn't show you that specifically. So let's go take a look at that. Look at this shit. All right. Started out at a penny. Now it's 10 cents. Look at that. The past 2 weeks, price just shot up. So all of you Crypto.com chain holders, not financial advice, but, may want to consider selling a little bit. Things can't go up forever, as we've learned. However, there are a couple of reasons for the price increase. They're talking about an upbit listing. Now, I don't think that getting listed on the 28th largest exchange is going to cause that much of a pump in price, even though South Koreans do love cryptocurrencies. Also, potentially some speculation about a testnet on March 20th. The testnet launched on March 20th. So none of those things would say hey, this is a great thing to buy and hold, maybe buy, trade, sell. They also announced free Spotify and Netflix subscriptions for many members, also discounts on Expedia, Airbnb. I mean, pretty cool features for having their cards. But, I would just say stop losses. Stop losses, not financial advice, stop losses. Other news, founder of Mt. Gox, Mark Karpales. He's not the founder of Gox. Jed McCaleb was the founder of Gox. He was just the owner of it. Yeah, gosh, don't they read anything? Well, anyways, so Mark Karpalais, he was the owner, founder was Jed McCall, of the now defunct Bitcoin exchange Mt. Gox, was found guilty of tampering with records and given a prison sentence of 2 years and 6 months. Now, according to the Wall Street Journal, if Karpalais remains on good behavior over the next 4 years, he won't even serve prison time. So, slap on the wrist. When you have money, laws don't apply to you. That's basically the lesson we get around the world. Money is the way around laws. Eric Voorhees, he always posts these fun tweets. So Social Security is a Ponzi scheme. It's permitted only because the federal government runs it. I think this is just, perfect. Because guess what? People who pay into Social Security aren't going to be getting any. It's going to bust. Now, a lot of people call cryptocurrencies Ponzi schemes just because the government doesn't back them. As soon as the government gets behind Bitcoin, it's not going to be a Ponzi scheme anymore. This article we talked about earlier in the week, Google Trends, altcoin-related search volume just outnumbered late 2017 numbers, bullish signs. So we were talking about how that was a bullish sign. I was like, I'm curious. I wonder. So I went to Google Trends and I searched altcoins because that's what they say down here. Search altcoins, right? Right here. Altcoins, search altcoins. So I searched it and I was like, it looks like there was a much higher search volume back then. But then I realized that they weren't searching the search term, they were searching the topic of altcoins. So this is kind of anything related to altcoins. And it really comes down to what's the difference between a search term and a search topic. So I figured, if altcoins are that popular, let's see about cryptocurrencies. Nope, the topic of cryptocurrency is not really getting that much more attention like altcoins is getting. So, I went in, I found out what's the difference between the terms. So the terms would be a search that includes altcoins. The topic could be somebody typing anything related to altcoin, like Ripple, like alternatives for Bitcoin, like, I don't know, Dogecoin, like coins that are not real money, that are created on the internet, that hold value, stuff like that. Any of those could return things for altcoins. So that's one potential answer. Then I went and I searched. I was like, what comes up when you search altcoins anyways? The top response, what is an altcoin? Okay, so I think a lot of people may be hearing the term altcoins, maybe on the news, maybe on CNBC or something like that, and they're like, what the heck is an altcoin? And they end up searching it, and then what we get is large topic search volume. So that's pretty much it. As you guys know, I like to end on a positive note. Turns out Dr. Doom actually buys Bitcoin. So Mark Faber, known as Dr. Doom, he's a renowned Swiss investor. He's actually bought a bit of Bitcoin, and his view towards Bitcoin has begun to change. He even goes on to say he would have bought, or he kind of wishes he would have bought Bitcoin earlier, but he says that buying it, somewhere around here, he says buying it at 3,000 is a lot better than buying it at 17,000. I definitely agree with him. So guys, that's it for the news today. When I got into trading on the regular, it definitely helped to have some people like Jacob Canfield, top trader on TradingView, consistently top trader on TradingView, helping me along. So that's why I started using Signal Profits, because Signal Profits has daily trading signals coming from Canfield himself. Also, it has chat groups and reasons why they get behind the trades and all types of trading, training information, newsletters, and a bunch of stuff. So I got into that, but don't take my word for it, as I say on Reading Rainbow. The results speak for themselves, like 29% in a day, 17% in 3 days, 22% in 5 hours, 21% in 3 days. So you get into trades, you get good returns on it. It is not for everyone. I say this over and over again, because if you're trading with $100, guess what? It costs money to be in this group. It's not a free trading signals group. You need at least $3,000 to trade with in order to actually make money using Signal Profits. So if you like it, there is a referral link down in the description. Check that out. Also, make sure to check out the Monarch wallet. You can hold over 1,900 cryptocurrencies. You can even get interest on cryptocurrencies that you hold in there. So check that out. As for the rest of it, guys, have a wonderful weekend. I will catch you later. Love you very much. All right. Peace.